Gauteng police have launched a manhunt for suspects who robbed a cash-in-transit vehicle last night.
Yeah, that incident took place along the N3 highway on London Road, the London Road off-ramp towards Alexandra. Police say the group fled the scene in a Ford Ranger and a white Mercedes Benz. Let's get you the latest on this now, bringing the police spokesperson, Colonel Robert Netshiunda, who joins us via our telephone line this morning. Colonel, great to have you on the program. Thanks for making time to speak to us. It doesn't help that London Road, notorious as it is riddled with potholes. Take us through what happened.
Thank you for having us. We can confirm that last night there was a cash-in-transit robbery on the London Road. As you said, reports indicate that the cash van was on about its business where it was allegedly accosted by an unknown number of suspects yet who were reportedly traveling in multiple vehicles, and they managed to make way with a close amount of money.
Sure. Typically, these incidents can get quite violent. Were there any casualties?
Our report since last night were indicating that two security guards sustained injuries, but no gunshots were fired. So we believe that the injuries emanated from the impact. Sure.
Are you able to tell us a bit more about these injuries? I mean, are these people who are currently in hospital? How severe is those wounds that they sustained?
We have been confirmed for this morning, but last night the injuries were not severe, so they were treated on the scene and they were stable. But for medical attention, they had to be taken to hospital. But we haven't received a further update as yet.
Sure. Of course, we've seen many similar incidents like this in the country in the past. In fact, it almost feels like there was a lull in cash-in-transit heists, at least of this nature. One can't help but view this in the context of us entering the festive season, as it were. As police, are you preparing for that kind of uptick potentially?
As the police, we are. You understand that on the 15th of November, we launched our Safer Festive Season campaign. That we were putting more boots on the ground and focusing on certain hotspot areas. And CIT, we know that it tends to increase towards the festive season. Yes, we do have plans in place to deal with them, but we will also understand that there are so many cash vehicles moving around each day. In Gauteng in particular, as the police province. But yes, there are many instances here that we have foiled planned cash-in-transit robberies, and where it has happened, we do ensure that we investigate extensively to get the bottom of the matter, because it's not only about cash-in-transit and money being taken. It's all about guns in the streets, and we would like to get rid of such.
Yeah. What's troubling around this particular off-ramp is that it's relatively close to a residential area. In fact, there are various homes and flats. In fact, a mall, I think Alex Mall is quite close to this particular off-ramp on London Road. How is this informing ways through which you can respond to this as police? Because, of course, what you're also trying to limit here is the number of casualties in the form of residents who may have just been in the vicinity if there's any kind of cash-in-transit heist attempt again there.
Yes, the area where the CIT happened last night is very close to the mall, like you said, and it's in the residential area. And in some incidents, we have learned that sometimes robbers will use explosives wherein the impact gets into the homesteads and it causes damage and maybe at times injuries. So that's where we call upon the public to work with the police, because sometimes when these things are happening, people, instead of interviewing the police, are taking videos and all those things. So we appeal to communities that whenever suspect that things about to happen or happening, let them call us, because it's not every time that will be in the vicinity where things are happening.
Sure. All right, police spokesperson Colonel Robert Netshiunda, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us, getting us a sense of what we know at this very early stage.